wonderful morning to one and all present there. How are you all? I hope you all are fit, fine and healthy. We are back with English subject for class 9th, and today we are going to start the part 2 of our unit, that is Reach for the Top. That is unit 3 or unit 8 of from the textbook Beehive. Okay. So as the first part of the story was related to Santosh Yadav, she had a very inspirational story and we learned a lot from her. So here this is the second part of the story which is also going to motivate us, and this is regarding Maria Sharapova. Okay, before we begin, let us know who is she. A Russian girl, Maria Sharapova, reached the summit of women's tennis when she was barely 18. As you read about her, see if you can draw a comparison between her and Santosh Yadav. So there is something common between these two characters, that is Santosh Yadav and Maria Sharapova. So we need to, when we read this lesson, you need to just keep in mind the Santosh Yadav also and draw a comparison between them. So what are the qualities and what made them to become successful in their particular field of sports. Okay, so let us not waste much of our time and let us begin with this interesting and so motivational story. Here we go. That is first paragraph is on page number 104 from the Beehive textbook. So for better understanding, kindly open up your textbook so that we can begin. Okay. First says, there is something disarming about Maria Sharapova, something at odds with her ready smile and glamorous attire, and that something in her lifted her on Monday, 22nd August 2005 to the world number 1 position in women's tennis. All this happened in almost no time. Poised beyond her years, the Siberian-born teenager took just 4 years as a professional to reach the pinnacle. So now here is a very interesting story, and there is something disarming about this Maria Sharapova, something at odds with her ready smile and her glamorous attire. Something is very unique about her, and that's something in her, there is a spark in her. That spark lifted up her on 22nd August 2005 to the world number 1 position and in women's tennis. So she holded first position in women's tennis in the year 2005 on 22nd August. All this happened in almost no time. Okay, it didn't took her lots of years. Poised beyond her years, the Siberian-born teenager took just 4 years as a professional to reach the pinnacle. So here you can see the picture of Maria Sharapova as she won the women's singles at Wimbledon in 2004. So you can see here the date in 2005. Okay, she became the world's number 1 in women's tennis, and here you can see in 2004 at Wimbledon she won the women's singles. Okay, so this is a picture of Maria Sharapova. However, the rapid ascent in a fiercely competitive world began 9 years before, with the level of sacrifice few children would be prepared to endure. Now again we learned the word endure means endurance. Okay, so the rapid ascent in a fiercely competitive world began 9 years before, with a level of sacrifice that few children would be prepared to endure. Now there is some sacrifice she had to give. That is the reason behind her success. This success was not just so easily she earned it. She earned it with lots of struggle and lots of sacrifices. So it began with when she was 9 years before the level of sacrifice few children would endure. Little Maria had not yet celebrated her 10th birthday when she was packed off to train in the United States. Okay, when she has not even celebrated her 10th birthday, but before she was 10 years old, she had to pack off to the train in the United States. So she had to move away from her hometown to the United States. That trip to Florida with her father Yuri launched her on the path to success and stardom. But it also required a heart-wrenching 2 years separation from her mother, Yelena. So here you can see the father's name is Yuri and her mother's name is Yelena. Okay, when she was about to become 10, so before she was 10 years old, before she could be 10, she was packed off to a train in the United States, and she went to the Florida with her father Yuri. And it was a heart-wrenching 2 years because there was a separation from her mother Yelena. Generally the girl child especially are not habituated to leave their mother at so early age, correct? So she had to bear that heart-wrenching separation from her mother Yelena. The latter was compelled to stay back in Siberia because of visa restrictions. Now you would ask me why her mother did not go along with them, correct? So that is because she was compelled to stay back in Siberia because of visa restrictions. Her visa was not there, so she had to stay in the Siberia while her father and herself, they went to the US. The 9-year-old girl had already learned an important lesson in life, that tennis excellency would only come at a price. So at a very young age, she understood the fact of the life that this tennis excellence would only come at a price. She has to give lots of sacrifices if she want to make a name in the field of tennis. Moving ahead to third paragraph, that is on page number 105. I used to be so lonely. Maria Sharapova recalls, I missed my mother terribly. My father was working as much as he could to keep my tennis training going, so he couldn't see me either. So now she felt lots of loneliness there. Why? Because first of all, her mother was staying back to Siberia. She didn't come along with them. Why? Because she had some visa restrictions. So there was the only support she had, emotional support she had was her father. But he used to work a lot. He used to work very harder as he wanted to afford the tennis training of Maria. So he was so busy in his life, so he couldn't see her either. So that is why she felt very lonely at that place. Because I was so young, I used to go to bed at 8 p.m. So at night at 8 o'clock she used to go to bed. Why? Because she was so young. The other tennis pupils would come in at 11 p.m. and wake me up and order me to tidy up the room and clean it. So now they were humiliating this small girl. Why? Because she used to sleep at 8 o'clock and she was into a sound sleep when until and unless this tennis pupil used to enter in her room and she used to wake her up and ask her to clean up everything. Instead of letting that depress me, I became more quietly determined and mentally tough. So now what is she saying? That even after facing this much humiliations at night at 11 o'clock when she's having a good sound sleep, so that this humiliation, she don't took it as a depression. She was so resistant, she was so hard. She became more determined and she became mentally tough, that if these small things used to affect her, then she would not have achieved the great heights of success. Correct, my dear children? So you should learn that the small problems of our life, we should take it as a challenge, and we should overcome it day by day, step by step, so that it won't depress you. Instead, it will make you very strong. I learned how to take care of myself. I never thought of quitting because I knew what I wanted. Now she says that that she never thought of quitting. Okay, quitting means she has to end it up, like ending the tennis practice, and she did not wanted anything. She wanted to go back to her mother. She did not do that. Quitting was not her choice, because she knew that what she wanted. She did not wanted to go back. She wanted to move further. Then it makes, when you come from nothing and you have nothing, then it makes you very hungry and determined. I would have put up with much more humiliation and insults than that to steadfastly pursue my dream. The more challenges she faced, the more she was ready to pursue her dream. So that is, we learned that the challenges do not come to break us, but they come to make us. I repeat, the challenges in your life, that is the difficulties in our life, they are not there to break us, but they are there to make us. That means they just make us capable to steadfast, to become headstrong, and to become mentally tough and quietly determined in order to pursue our dream. So whatever challenges you face in life, whatever limitations you face, try to overcome it day by day, step by step. You can definitely achieve whatever you have dreamed of. Moving on to sixth paragraph, that toughness runs through Maria even today. So now she has become so successful, but still that toughness in her still runs through Maria even today. It was the key to her badging the women's singles crown at Wimbledon in 2004, and to her meteoric rise to the world number one spot the following year. So in 2004 she won the women's singles crown at the Wimbledon, and after the 1 year, that means after the following year, she was spotted as the world number one in tennis. While her journey from the frozen plains of Siberia to the summit of women's tennis has touched the hearts of tennis fans, for the youngster herself, there appears to be no room for the sentiment. The straight looks and the answers she gives when she asked about her ambition make it amply clear that she considers the sacrifice were worth it. I am very, very competitive. I work hard at what I do. It's my job. This is her mantra for success. So dear students, very wonderful lesson we got from this paragraph, that she says that from her journey of frozen plains of Siberia, where she started, to her journey to the summit of women's tennis, from year to year she has made so many sacrifices, and that touches the heart of tennis fans. That is why she is very much famous and loved by all her tennis fans. And for the youngster herself, there appears to be no room for sentiment. So when we are young, we have lots of emotional disturbances. We face very different kind of emotions which we are not able to overcome. We become very sentimental, but she says that for the youngster herself, there appears to be no room for sentiments. The straight looks and the answers she gives when she is asked about her ambition make it very clear that she considers the sacrifices were worth it. Okay, so the way she is answering about when she is asked about her ambition, at that time the way of her answer and the straight look, that shows us that she thinks that the whatever sacrifices she has given in her life is all worth it. Okay, and she says that I'm very, very competitive. That means she can compete everybody. She works very hard when she is focused on something. I work hard at what I do. She says that, so this should be learned by us also. She says that I work hard at what I do. That means whatever task she undertakes, she gives her 100%. That is what we learn from here. Okay, to give our 100% to whatever we do, whether it is just bringing a cup of water to achieving highest marks in our examinations, or folding our clothes and organizing our cupboards, or to get the first position in any field of sports. So whatever dream, whatever task you undertake, you give your 100%. So that is the mantra for success, that she gives her 100%. She works very hard at whatever she does, and that's her job. This is her mantra for success. Moving on to stanza 8. Though Maria Sharapova speaks with a pronounced American accent, she proudly parades her Russian nationality. Clearing all doubts, she says, I am Russian. It's true that US is a big part of my life, but I have Russian citizenship. My blood is totally Russian. I will play the Olympics for Russia if they want me. So now we can see her love towards her country. Okay, that nationality love in her, that can be seen in the paragraph number 8. That even though she speaks with a pronounced American accent, but the way she speaks is totally American accent, but she proudly parades her Russian nationality. She is not she says that, she proudly says that I am Russian, and she clears all her doubts that I am a Russian, and but she also gives due consideration to US, that US is a big part of her life, but she has Russian citizenship, and if Russia want her to play in Olympics on behalf of that country, then she will do that particularly. In paragraph 9, she says, like any number of teenage sensations, Maria Sharapova lists fashion, singing and dancing as her hobbies. She loves reading the novels of Arthur Conan Doyle. Her fondness for the sophisticated evening gowns appears at odds with her love of pancakes with chocolate spread and fizzy orange drinks. So here we can see that like any number of teenage sensations, she has like towards fashion, singing and dancing. These are all hobbies. And she loves reading the novels too of Arthur Conan Doyle. Okay, she has very much fondness towards that sophisticated gowns that we wear at the evening parties, and she also loves pancakes with chocolate spread and fizzy orange drinks. So these are her likes and interests and her hobbies. Moving on to stanza 10, paragraph number 10. Maria Sharapova cannot be pigeonholed or categorized. Her talent, unwavering desire to succeed, and readiness to sacrifice have lifted her to the top of the world. Few would grudge her the riches she is now reaping. This is what she has to say about her monetary gains from tennis. Of course, money is a motivation. Tennis is a business and a sport. But the most important thing is to become number one in the world. That's the dream that kept me going. So few people also would grudge her, would say that she's very she wanted money very badly, that is why she's doing all these things. Her talent and unwavering desire to success and readiness to sacrifice her have lifted her to the top of the world. Okay, that means that her readiness to sacrifice anything in order to win that thing, to accomplish the desire she has, her talent, all these things made her to the top of the world. And few would say that she's doing everything just because for the sake of money. For that she says that of course that money is a motivation for her. She plays for money also, but tennis is a business also and a sport also. Business because she earns money through it, and a sport. But the most important thing is to become number one in the world. Okay, that's the dream that kept me going. Not just money, but the thirst of becoming number one in the world that kept her going throughout her way. Whatever problems she faced, whatever obstacles came on her way, she never quit. She never gave up. So that was her spirit, that was her mantra for the success, that she always gave her 100% to whatever task she did, she took in hand. So that is what we learned. That was a very amazing and a very inspirational story of Maria Sharapova. I hope you understood the story. Still, if you have any doubt, you can WhatsApp me. Till that, you can write down the new words in your notebook. We will discuss its question answers in our next video. So kindly complete whatever glossary we have, and kindly reread the lesson once again. And here we are having one question here, that was first, as you read about her, see if you can draw a comparison between her and the Santosh Yadav. So this is your homework. We will discuss this question in our live class, which will be on Saturday. So kindly be ready for this question, that what are the qualities, please compare both the characters. One is Santosh Yadav and second is Maria Sharapova. Kindly compare both of them, and what are the qualities which you found similar and contrasting in her. So we'll discuss this on our next live session. So kindly be ready for it.